Guys, Deluded Guna, Rob Holding, flavour of the month with Arsenal fans, the messiah for Arsenal fans, can do no wrong. I really hope these same Arsenal fans championing him for every bit of good things he does are there when he has the bad games, when he has that lapse in concentration, when he gets pulled out of position, when he underhits a pass, when he gets caught at the back playing with the ball, when he underhit passes, etc. Typical things young defenders make. He actually has made a lot of these mistakes I'm speaking about. He done it against United and he got away with it. And he's a young guy. They will happen, and he will make mistakes. We need that to happen. I say that in all my vids. Added to that, we need to see him play 20 plus before we start saying certain things. I really hope these same fans championing him are defending him and backing him when that eventually happens. He will come through that a stronger player. There's no doubt. Holding is a serious guy. I love Holding, man. I really like Rob Holding. We need to be patient, but this is a real defender for me. Easily third choice. Maybe even pressing Koscielny and Mustafi. I know that's a bit extreme considering he's only played around 800 minutes of Premier League football. He made 18 appearances, 9 in the league. Of course, he started against Liverpool. He got destroyed. Convincing performance against Leicester. Played in the FA Cup. I think he played one game in the Champs. But for the large part, first half of the season, he had to be patient. He came from barely a season in the Championship. Had to be patient to get chances. He was actually playing under 23 football until recently. Got his chance second half of the season, especially when we changed to 3 at the back. Great game against Leicester, like I said. Great game against Middlesbrough. We had 3 at the back away. Great game against City in the FA Cup. Quality against Chelsea in the final. Bar that one underhit pass. Dominated United at the Emirates. It was involved in one of the goals that set us up. Was actually playing on the right side of the back three. So he's shown that he can play on the left of the back three, can play on the right. Of course, he can play through the middle and step into midfield. He's a very serious player. The point of this video is, if it's anything to go by the end of the season in regards to when he came into the side, if he could possibly start next season and play games and play the 20 games I'm talking about, for me, he goes to the World Cup. There's no doubt he goes to the World Cup. We know there's going to be Cahill, etc., etc. But England's defense is not exactly the strongest it's been. It's gone from Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, Sol Campbell, even Ledley King. No offense to him, but he didn't really play because of his knee injuries. Things like that. The quality of defending has massively deteriorated. We know Cahill and Stones will go. Not necessarily saying they're better than any of the centre backs that could play for England, but they're probably, if I had to bet my life, are the centre backs that will go. Now it's all debatable. Ben Gibson, I think he played good for Middlesbrough. He got an England call up, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Michael Keane's been playing well. There's a lot of centre backs that are playing well, but I believe in Rob Holding. I believe, like I said, if he stays in the side like how he did towards the end of last year and he plays regular first team football for us, then it's going to be very hard for Gareth Southgate to ignore him. Because for me, we know Holding's got all his potential to be seriously amazing. Ball playing, he's got the nastiness, he's not scared, he's got potential to be a captain. He looks like a real player, and I'm sorry, like Wenger said, I'm sorry Rob Holding only cost 2 million. That is robbery. Of course, we can't go overboard. He's been here a season, largely been untested. He's shown up in big games, City, both Manchester clubs, and Chelsea, like I said. But 28 games, we need to see the consistent levels. We're not in Champions League, but we need to see him do it 3 times in a week when the games are coming thick and fast and things like that. But yeah, like I said, if he starts the season and he gets a decent amount of game time, for me, he goes to Russia. There's no doubt he will go to Russia. I'm not even speaking in regards to starting for England, but he does go to Russia. Now, who knows if he does start the season? When I say start the season, I don't necessarily mean it's vital he starts the first game of the season. What I mean is that he's properly in the first team fixture and he gets a good amount of games until January, and then obviously you guys know how I like to look at the Prem in 3 separate stages. So yeah. He's got it in him. There's no way he can't. Like I said, if he stays in the side like how he did at the start of the season, and towards the end of the season, he'll be in the side. There's no doubt about it. There's not really much more to say on that front, guys. He's shown how quality he is. He's gone away with England's under-21s for the championship. Wenger likes to give people rests. Bielik is going to be there. There's rumours Bielik, who I rate highly as well, is going off to Norwich for another year before coming and fighting for a space. Chambers will be there. Personally, I believe there's a case for Chambers to go on loan again or stay at the club. Actually, I don't think Chambers is as good as Holding, but I think Chambers could potentially be a good centre-back. Definitely, whether he makes it at Arsenal or not, Chambers would definitely be a good centre-back, but I'd love for it to be at Arsenal. Get rid of Gabriel or something. So yeah, that's 3 players all going off to the under-21s. And you'd like to think Wenger always talks about rest. They're going to get 2 weeks break minimum. It will be up to Holding to say forget that, but if he gets a 2-week break minimum, and he probably will go on tour with the boys for the sake of it. But he won't start the first game of the season, or it's unlikely he'll start the first game of the season. For me personally, I would like to see him start at this moment in time. Of course, I don't know who he play on the first game of the season, but there's going to be no Koscielny. Gabriel comes back in August. Don't know if he's going to be fit then. Of course, we've got Monreal. We play three at the back. We've got Monreal. We've got certain other players that can fill in there. But I would like to just see. It would be nice to see Holden start the season almost a year to the day when he got savaged against Liverpool, and it would just really show the mark of progress, the amount of trust he has, and somewhat his ability. But at the end of the day, guys, I think Holden will be great. 18 appearances, 9 in the league, 600 minutes, 800 minutes, sorry, not that much. Next year, we'll definitely double that. We'll definitely have a substantial amount of appearances. Wenger rates him highly. We rate him highly. We have a potential gem here. We just need to let him develop, let him grow, let him make mistakes, give him the platform where he's not afraid to make mistakes, and he just keeps going. But guys, Deluded Gooner, I'm signing out. Holding plays regular first team football. I can bet my life he'll go to the World Cup. I'm signing out.